Hello. I've had several requests asking me what my office looks like, what kind of computers I'm running, and the equipment I have on the data rack. So to fulfill this request, I've decided to make a short video and just give you a virtual tour of my home office. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me start this tour by telling you that I am running 15 computers in this office, a mixture of laptop, towers, and rack mount equipment. Operating systems are Windows 7 Professional, 7 Ultimate, 8.1 Professional, Windows Server 2012 R2, and I do have a Linux in here for you Linux fans as well. Now, if you're wondering about power consumption, it is high. I am adequately wired and safely wired, and my power company loves the revenue I generate, no pun intended. Now, as far as heat goes, running all this equipment does generate a bit of heat. I don't run all the equipment as a rule at one time, except for special occasions such as this. My house is set at 75 degrees, but you can see it's 87 degrees in this office now. This is transient, as the equipment does not get run all the time and does not really have any adverse effect on any of the server equipment or any other equipment, even though you may have heard the server fans kick in to help generate some cool air for them. Just to let you also know that I do have Spiceworks, one of my favorite sites, online right now. If you've never been to Spiceworks, it's spiceworks.com, free to join. It's worldwide IT professionals, a great community to solve problems and shoot the bull, and it's just check it out. That's all I can say. Next to that, I have in black 3 direct access storage devices, and in white is 1 cloud server, network attached server. I use that for some personal stuff. I do have commercial cloud storage I use as well, ranging from OneDrive all the way up to Windows Azure. Let's go ahead and go up to the data rack. Starting at the very top and working down, I have my 2 internet connections. Yes, I have redundant internet connections. Patch panel, wiring cover, and in this office I have 2 networks, a production network and a test network. The Cisco 3750 switch here is in production. Below that, the Cisco 2900 series, that is Cisco router, in production. Below that, some slightly older equipment, the 2600 series routers and the 2950 switch. Redundant backup just in case I have issues with the equipment above. That's also production, but they're turned off right now. I'll use them for emergency. Below that, Cisco 5505 security appliance, production. Below that's the Cisco 2500 terminal server. It is out of production now. It's old. It's got some configurations. It won't keep its configuration settings. I use that for testing now. Some power strips, and below that I have got actually 3 Cisco 2600 series routers. Those are network routers. The laptop, and I can see right now I'm flapping on one of my switches. I don't know why, but I'll have to check into that. But apparently I keep losing connection on the switch. It keeps going up and down, but I'll discover that. It just showed up. This is a Dell 2100 Latitude notebook. I use that obvious reasons. I can get into these Cisco devices to configure and troubleshoot, and I'll have to check on that flapping there. I don't know what's causing that. Below that is 4 more 29 series Cisco switches. Those are for test networks. And I think I said above, these 3 routers right here are for the test network as well. That's not in production at all. Below that is a patch panel in case I need one, an extra one. K&V switch keeps me from having 15 keyboards sitting around. And below that I have got 2 servers. Dell PowerEdge 1950 2-bay running a RAID 0, and a Dell PowerEdge 2950 6-bay running a RAID 10. 10 or RAID 1+0, whichever you prefer. Both running Windows Server 2012 R2. And below that are two UPS backup power supplies for these servers there. And you're probably wondering why I have got these servers, which are designed for 4-post racks on the 2-post rack. Financial reasons. I have the rack. I have it set up. They're on rails. They're secure. There's no problem there. And if you're wondering why they're so low to the ground, if you're thinking about water damage, I am so far above water tables and flood zones that if this house did flood, not only am I heavily insured, I wouldn't have to worry about it. It's safe. Now, if you're wondering if I have any printers, yes, I do have two printers here. On the left is a Dell LaserJet, and on the right is an HP inkjet printer. Both are configured or deployed via the print server on one of my servers here. And just on a final note, if you're wondering, I am the sole responsibility for the actual configuration of this network, this whole office. And that's everything from the physical construction of the rack, mounting the equipment, wiring the equipment, even creating my own wiring and pin out and everything. I have completely configured every single Cisco device on here. I have completely configured all of the servers that I use, as well as all the laptops, desktops, and whatnot. It's all 100% individual. I even did the IP scheme, so I'm responsible for that as well. So anyway, this has been just a quick tour. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, please let me know.